6 months ago, an explosion at a Coke plant in Clairton killed 2 people and left others hurt. But that tragedy wasn't the start of the community's hardships. It just intensified long-standing concerns about safety and accountability at a facility that's central to the town's identity. Since the early 1900s, Clairton has been home to one of the largest Coke-making facilities in the country. According to U.S. Steel's annual report from 2023, that plant is the largest producer of this material in the Western Hemisphere. That's great for jobs, but it can become a concern when it comes to air quality. And there's a lot to unpack here. In an in-depth investigation, 2 local journalists spoke with residents and community leaders about how to understand how Clairton is faring in this moment. Those journalists are joining me today. We have Quinn Glebicki of Pittsburgh's Public Source and Jesse Wojdarski from the Associated Press. We're so happy to have you both here to kind of unpack this a little bit more. Quinn, I wanted to start with you. I know that you worked together on this. Why was this so important for you to cover?
I've reported from Clairton for many years now, and it's a place that I've grown to know pretty well. But in this moment, you know, we decided to do this partnership right in the wake of the fatal explosion that you just mentioned. But there was a confluence of factors emerging in Clairton for the community. Of course, there was the explosion and renewed call for oversight of the Coke Works in the wake of that. There was also, of course, the acquisition of U.S. Steel by Nippon Steel, which is promising to usher change. And finally, you know, Clairton also recently elected a new mayor after a 4-term incumbent who was previously there. And that mayor has promised to bring change. And so the community is really grappling with these three factors and really sees perhaps the greatest chance for change in quite some time.
And Jesse, and both of you really working together on this, did you go into it expecting something, and did that change throughout the reporting and again, like digging into all of these different factors?
I think we did go in with some expectations, with Quinn having known the community pretty well. I'm less familiar, but I think we did find a lot. We talked to so many beautiful, wonderful people in the community, and so getting to interact with, you know, students and parents and just understanding what they hoped for in the community was really great. So.
Yeah. And what about for you? Did anything change while you were there? Did you go in with some expectations and leave surprised by anything?
I had been reporting there for some time, and so I'm very familiar with, you know, kind of what the community has been dealing with for generations, really since the fall of the domestic steelmaking industry. And so what surprised me this time around was just kind of the hope that people expressed and the belief that they held that might come to fruition, and also the faith that they have in bringing that about.
There was a really powerful multiple interviews, but I loved this video that was put together too. And we wanted to take a quick listen into one of the interviews with the workers. So take a listen to this.
I've had some days where I can't really motivate myself to go. I've been there 25 years. There's been guys who have lost legs from railed equipment running over them and bad falls, and nothing has affected me like this has.
And obviously talking about the explosion that we saw 6 months ago, were you surprised about what he said in the interview and what you learned from him?
Definitely. I think this is what impacted me personally, you know, the most in the reporting was just seeing how affected these workers were, even 6 months later. You know, Don talked a lot about, you know, being there, you know, running to the scene to help out and kind of emphasizing how much of a family they are. Yeah. And so, you know, it was great to also hear about some of the therapy that has been offered to them going forward. And we know a few of them are still utilizing that as the trauma has continued. So.
In that piece, there was a woman, she had a red bandana on. She reminded me so much of Rosie the Riveter. I'm telling you, she just had this powerful sense about her. But she even mentioned being close to the blast and how dark it was and trying to escape. It feels like it would be really hard for the workers to return to that, almost like PTSD every time they're walking back into that building.
Right.
Yeah, that's something that they talked about, and I'd say also for residents, you know, yeah. The explosion quite literally shook the community. We talked to parents and teachers who, you know, were at the school, who experienced that firsthand, and I think that has really brought forth a lot of feelings of the community and wants for change, and also has aligned some of those with steelworkers.
You know, we started earlier in the hour saying that some of the hope is very fragile for the residents there. Did you find that to be the case, or do you think that they maybe are a little optimistic with some of the changes that are coming in?
I think, you know, for the most part, it remains to be seen. It's an open question. We went in there without really any clarity, and we left without really any clarity on what the future will actually hold. We have a lot of really, I think, powerful hope and faith, as I mentioned, but really, you know, if that will come to fruition is still an open question.
Okay, something that I think that you guys will probably continue to look into. Thank you both for joining.
Thank you.
Appreciate this conversation. We are going to link you up to the full article at kdka.com/talkpittsburgh, and we will be right back.